Hi everyone, so I just received this HP computer that is not working. Got some trusty USBs here, and I believe the power button is on the right hand side, so let's boot the thing and see what's wrong with it. I like that noise, it's like an engine, a jet engine coming to life. So far so good. The screen is working. No boot disk has been detected or boot failed. So this is very likely a dead hard drive. So we can't go nowhere from here. So let's pop in one of these trusty USBs and see what we get. So now by default it's probably not set up to boot from the USB, so I might have to visit the BIOS, we'll see. So it's booting from the USB, and let me go ahead and see if I can get elementary to boot up on this thing and see where we go from there. So we're booting into elementary, which is a Linux variant. So we're booting off of that USB. And what this will do is it allow me to boot into some sort of system where I can test the hardware, you know, the speakers. So far I know the keyboard works. I'm about to find out if the mouse is working, which it does. And so here we are, we're in Linux. And first thing I want to do is set no boot disk. So I'm gonna open this partition editor and check if it can find a hard drive. So let's do that. Oh, I can hear the hard drive struggling. It's like so this is good news. I am able to see a hard drive. The bad news, of course, is that I'm also seeing a lot of error messages. So could be good news, could be bad news. I don't know if the owner of this laptop cares about data that's on this drive, because of course the simplest thing to try would be to just erase the drive completely, wipe all the data, and then install an OS fresh. So we can try that. But for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look into some of these errors and see what's wrong here. So I'm going to check the device information now. Device info. And so here it is. Here's the model. It appears to be an ATA ST1000DM003. So I might be able to Google that if I can get a network connection, which I cannot, unfortunately, so that sucks. I don't have an Ethernet connection to it right now, so that's why. So that's that dealt with. Right, so that was very interesting. So sat in Linux, we learned a lot. We learned that the drive is in there and the drive is working. So the next thing I'm going to try is plugging in the Windows installer USB and seeing if it's possible to repair the current operating system. If it's not repairable, then we can reinstall the operating system. And then, of course, if there's some errors installing the operating system, it means that the drive in this computer is in fact faulty. And I do have a spare hard drive that would fit this computer, but I'd rather keep that unless this drive is dead. So let's start the Windows installer now, which was actually on this drive. So let's go ahead and plug that in, and we should be booting the Windows installer here in a second. So it's fixing computers. There's a lot of waiting. So I'm just stuck at this black screen. I'm not sure why. So there we go. So Windows, the Windows installer is beginning to boot, as we can see. And so here it is. We're in the Windows installer now. So the next thing we want to do is, for now, we'll check on repair your computer. And then we want to go to troubleshoot and find command prompt. Then from here, we can check what's up with the system. Okay, so that is very interesting to me, that the EFI partition is empty, which it should not be. It should have some. The EFI partition is what stores the bootloaders. The bootloaders are tiny little programs that are responsible for loading the kernel and the rest of the OS. The fact that this directory is empty tells me at some point the bootloaders became corrupted, and this directory is probably what's known as an orphan in the file system. So it's a file system. It's a directory where its source has been lost in the file system. So this is classic corrupt file system error here. So what we probably want to do is run a program called check disk, Windows check disk, which should repair the disk. So let's go to drive C. So let's close this for now. And we're gonna do check disk chkdsk. And we want to do it against the, what was the drive letter? Was it C? I should have checked that. Let's just try C. Okay. So check disk has started. And with any luck, so we're at 73%. Oh, listen to that hard drive struggling. Okay, so we found a lot of orphan files. Many of them we don't care about. Video playback.webm. So this sounds like internet caches. So like when you're watching a YouTube video, it stores a cache, tiny clips of the video. This is what, when you're watching a YouTube video, when you see buffering, what's actually happening is your computer doesn't download the entire video to your computer at once from YouTube. What it does is it will download like a 5-second clip. And then while you're watching those 5 seconds of video on YouTube, it will be downloading the next 5 seconds. And then when you're watching those 5 seconds, and so what happens when it's buffering is when your internet is so slow that by the time you finish watching the first 5 seconds, it hasn't downloaded the second 5 seconds yet. So you have to then wait for the computer to finish downloading that second 5 seconds. And that's where you get that buffering screen. But anyway, tangent aside, those little chunks are basically get stored on your hard drive and should be deleted. They're temporary files, and it seems like the computer did not delete them due to file system corruption. But the good thing is, check disk has completed. So what I can do now is I can go back and check where those orphan files are, and then if not, I can actually pull the EFI folder from the Windows installer USB that I just plugged in, and notepad, and that should actually fix the issue. So let's do that. Let's gonna go over to bootx, sources. No, that's empty. Okay, so here we are. So I'm gonna take this EFI folder from the installer. Where's the file? So let's check this. So where is it? Where is it? Not here. Okay, so here is boot x64. So I can copy this file back to the system's EFI partition. So now, now that that file's there, the computer should see that file when it's trying to boot. So if this doesn't work, I can come back, but for now we'll reboot the computer. Oh, that's a Linux command. What is the command on Windows? It's shut down -R for restart, and then -T for time 0. So 0 time. So I'm basically saying restart now with 0 delay. Okay, so shutdown is not recognized as source. So okay, let's just end this. Oh, turn off your PC. The option was right here. So turn off the PC, remove the USB, and let's see. Oh, it's not restarting automatically. So let's turn it on. So Windows is booting, and it looks like this one is fixed now. I mean, I don't want to get, ahead of, saying it's fixed, but usually once you get to the boot screen with, bootloader related problems, it's then fixed from that point on. But we'll see. If it stays at this screen indefinitely, that means, again, corrupt operating system. And let's see if it continues to load the OS. Now, I am used to a very fast computer, so for me, this is relatively slow. My computer will be on by now, but it could be just that this computer takes a while to boot. So let's see. Let's just wait and see how long it takes. In the meantime, let me get on my iPad and check news. Okay, so it looks like the boot is finished and we just got a black screen. So unfortunately, that is not good. It seems like the computer does need me to reinstall the entire OS, because usually once the boot is completed, the next screen you'll see is the login screen to put your password. Oh, wait, hang on. I was getting ahead. It seemed to be doing something. It says, please wait. So this could be a Windows update, which would make sense. No, it's not a Windows update. Here we are. We're at the login screen. The computer's fixed now. The reason I thought it was a Windows update for a second is because many computers break during Windows updates. So a lot of times when someone is on their computer and the computer starts doing an update, the update will mess up something and then makes the computer not work. So then when they bring it to someone fixes the computer and turn it back and turns it on and it starts loading, the first thing it does is completes the updates that made it stop working. But it seems to be working. And let's see if I can log in. So I can see that there's one user on this computer called Navid, and unfortunately they didn't provide me with the password, so I can't log in. But I mean, I could break the password, but I'm not gonna do that. But I did test all the equipment on the Linux. I tested the camera, the speakers, and the mic, and everything was working fine. So I think I'm gonna shut this one down now and call this computer fixed. And that was it. That was me fixing a HP all-in-one. I don't remember the model number because HP has ridiculously long model numbers, but it seems to be working now. So, bye.